Hey, hi, welcome to Vlogmas Day 3.
You see that squirrel? He just found our bird feeder and he loves it so.
Good morning. I have decided that I am going to make a Yule log. I haven't made a Yule log since I was in high school. And when I made the Yule log, it wasn't a log. It ended up being a flat sheet cake with icing on top and asking for forgiveness because we were supposed to bring one. So I haven't attempted one, but I was watching Christopher Allen's Vlogmas where he made some, and I can't remember which one it was, but he made a log roll. And then I watched Great British Baking Show, which I absolutely love, and they had to make one, and I thought, this is the year that I am going to make a Yule log. So it is a beautiful 56 degrees outside. Yesterday, I think the high was 71. So we went from having frost and cold weather and actually being able to wear a sweatshirt to back to wearing t-shirts, which I'm glad I have a t-shirt on. It's actually beautiful though, and I spent the majority of the day outside. Y'all, I raked leaves and I bagged leaves and I mulched. And when I came in, I felt like somebody had put me in a sack and just smacked me into some trees. Oh my gosh, I felt so bad. And it was the heat pad and the shower, and it was pretty bad, but it was worth it because it was gorgeous outside, and I was outside all day long. And I even spent some time in the hammock, just, watching the leaves fall and just taking a break. It was beautiful. So even if you don't have nice weather, get outside. You need to get some sunshine. You need to get out and get some fresh air because it's good for you. And at this time of year, we tend to get run down because we're running around trying to do everything at once. And we forget to take care of ourselves so we can be holly and jolly. There's your wellness advice for today. So take good care of you. I just left Food Lion, and I had one of those moments. I was in the express lane. There was one lady in front of me, and I just had, my cake mixes and my frosting and some zero sugar root beer, which is my new obsession. But I digress. I'm in line, and there's an elderly lady in front of me, and she is just having the best conversation with the cashier. She's taking her time, and she, all her groceries. I thought she had bagged up all her stuff, and she's talking, so I thought she was done. And I went to move closer, and I realized that she hadn't paid yet. So, she's in no hurry. She's in no hurry. And I'm standing there thinking, if people still wrote checks, she would be the lady to pull out her checkbook right about now. And I was kind of, getting a little, is there somebody waiting behind you? Can you, But then I thought, what is my problem? What is my problem? What do I have that is so important that I need to be impatient about somebody having a great conversation and doing her thing? Not one thing do I have to do. And so I took a deep breath, and I just appreciated the moment. I appreciated that I could pay for my groceries, that this lady was, having a good conversation. And I just let it go. And I think a lot of times, we get all wrapped up in ourselves and getting from one thing to the next and not wanting to wait in line. And, that could be my mom and somebody standing behind her being rude. Or it could be my mother-in-law. Or it could be somebody who, it could be somebody and you wouldn't want them treated like that. You wouldn't want yourself treated like that. So I just let it go. And I'm very, it just made me so happy. It made me happy because I checked myself instead of being a jerk. And so, just have a little patience.
Have a little patience.
All right, here we go. I am taking my not my dust rag. I am dusting my linen cloth with some powdered sugar, and I'm going to do both sides. And then it'll be ready when my cake comes out of the oven. So I used a regular butter pecan cake mix, and I started off by beating 6 eggs for 5 minutes. Then I added the cake mix, 1/3 cup water, 1/4 cup oil, mixed it all together for 2 minutes on low, and then I put it in a greased parchment paper shallow baking dish. And I baked it for 15 minutes. I actually went a little bit more because the first cake was a flop. So the second one, I baked it just a little bit longer just to be sure. All right, the moment of truth, it came out beautifully, and now I am going to take off the parchment paper and I'm going to gently roll it up in the towel, and the towel is powdered sugar on both sides. And once I roll it up, I am going to set it on a cooling rack and let it cool for at least 15 minutes. But you want it to be nice and cool so that your icing doesn't melt out of it. Now I'm going to roll it out, and as I roll it out, I see that I do have some cracks in it, but you know what? I'm not on a competition. It's okay. We're going to eat it anyway. And I put the cream cheese that I had whipped up back in the container just to so I could use my mixing bowl again. But this is just a container of cream cheese with maybe 2 tablespoons of maple syrup and just like a tablespoon of milk. And I'm just splooshing it out on different places to make it easier to spread. And I'm going to spread it out evenly as I can, and then we'll roll it up. In hindsight, I probably would just have mixed a little bit of the maple syrup into the container, right in the container of the cream cheese frosting, just so it would have been a thicker consistency. I think I got it a little bit too thin. It rolled up fairly well. And the important thing is, once you roll it up, is to have a plate ready to put it on. Lesson learned. Voila, a plate appears. I told you I would be using my plates. A little powdered sugar, and we're ready to go. And there she is, folks, my first ever Yule log. Ta-da!
Okay, the verdict. It's really good. Do I have a perfect swirl? And it didn't turn out perfect. It's not going to be on the Great British Baking Show competition, but guess what? I made a Yule log. Alrighty then. I have made my first Yule cake, and it actually had a swirl to it. Maybe had some cracks, maybe the icing splooshed out a little bit, but it's going to be okay. And I feel really good because I have done something that I have always been a little afraid to do because it didn't turn out great the first time I ever tried it. So I'm challenging you. Go find that recipe, something for Christmas, or maybe that craft project for Christmas, and try it out and see what happens. And you know, it could be a beautiful oops, who knows? But you can always borrow my rule of the house, which is if you don't like it, I didn't make it. That gets me through a lot of things. Somewhere in this video is a clue that will help you with your bingo card. If you don't have your bingo card, the form is down below for you to request one. We're just playing bingo and doing Christmas puzzles throughout the month of December for Vlogmas, and you will see a clue first thing on Instagram. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe. If you would like this video, then that would be a great help to me. I hope you have a great day. Stay well. And I will see you tomorrow. No, that's not a fork. What? Butter pecan, cream cheese, maple cream cheese, log roll, Yule log. Log. I don't have a log in the sense. Do you think I have a log? But it's going to be a Yule log.